Well, we're barely into spring. Incredibly, we're still less than 2 months from the Le Mans 24 hours. Again, Eurosport will be giving you live coverage throughout the event, and we'll be bringing you news building up to the event of 2009 as well. It should be one of the most exciting in the sports history, and after last year's cliffhanger, it could be a really major mark in the calendar. Well, we'll look at some of the contenders. Audi, of course, unbeaten, winner of Le Mans since 2000, including the Bentley with its Audi engine in 2003. Sebring saw the debut of its latest race of the R15 TDI, a brand new car, has the responsibility of taking over from the ultra-successful R10, which won Le Mans for the last 3 years.
Instantly, when you touch the throttle, you see some positives, even though the regulations have been negative to us. And when you drive through the faster corners, the car is much, much more agile than the old car. And it allows you, I would say, to throw it around, to have a bit more fun with it. It's something that you can pick up and you can drive really on the limit, and it reacts to you. It's like a real racehorse.
Well, there have been 9 drivers in the factory lineup for Le Mans, including Mr. Le Mans, Tom Christensen, who teams up once more with pals Alan McNish and Dindo Capello, as they did at Sebring. Well, while Audi claimed a maiden debut win with the R15, Peugeot looked on course to challenge them all the way, and it was only niggling problems that robbed them of what they thought was an in-the-bag win. Well, their revised 908 will take on Audi next at La Sarthe. Before the start of his Formula 1 season, Sébastien Bourdais raced for Peugeot alongside 2 ex-F1 drivers, Franck Montagny and Stéphane Sarrazin, so they've certainly got no shortage of talent. From start to finish, the battle was always going to be between Peugeot and Audi, and there was nothing in it. Acura might have had pole, but the long run for the new Acura car never looked likely to challenge the diesel entries. In the end, it was a slow puncture that tipped the balance in favour of Audi. They claimed their debut win with the R15 TDI, the Peugeot in second, just 22 seconds behind. The Sebring record holder, Tom Christensen, with 5 wins, is also, of course, the Audi and Le Mans record holder.
Out, such a young car, winning a fantastic race against really strong competition from Peugeot, the drivers, and it's really unbelievable. It's the fastest race in history in Sebring, and you know it makes us obviously extremely proud.
As usual, you will be the favorite for les 24 Heures du Mans.
Not as usual. As I remember last year, the favorites was Peugeot, and I think they're still the favorites.
And as for the Peugeot team, well, it was a narrow margin of defeat. I think there are good reasons to be confident for Le Mans, though, said Sébastien Bourdais. We've got a car which is performing much better than last year, despite regulation changes. We know we can be as fast as the Audis, a little bit faster sometimes. This car had a Le Mans setup as well, so we should be really confident for our chances at La Sarthe. But they won't be the only ones looking for an overall victory. Oh no. Years after Roy Salvadori brought the car across the line to win for Aston Martin, there is a full factory prototype back. The Lola chassis Aston Martin will have a pair of cars to take on Peugeot and Audi. And this 50th anniversary is not lost on the team, nor is the fact that it's the 25th anniversary of ProDrive that'll be running it. And of course, they started their season with victory with the brand new car today in Barcelona. They will contest the Le Mans Series as well as the Le Mans 24 Hours with their new prototypes. Hugues Duchonac, the Oreca team boss, has snagged a major PR and driving coup, signing up Bruno Senna to join his Le Mans Series and Le Mans lineup. And Senna's nephew will drive in the Le Mans Series and at the 24 Hours.
A great opportunity that Hugues Duchonac gave me to race with Team Oreca at Mout. It's a lot of experience that I'm going to gain. it's a very different program for me in terms of everything I've done before. I have a great opportunity to develop a car, to understand how a team that develops a race car works, and this is definitely going to help me very much for my main goal, which is Formula 1, where you also have to know a lot about the technical details and to help the team to develop a car in the right direction.
And with a Senna, a Prost and a Mansell on the grid in Barcelona, some old names with new faces to them coming into the sports car field. But what about Prost himself? Did he ever think about going endurance racing? Well, actually, I have to say I'm quite a big fan of endurance racing. When I was racing myself, driving in Formula 1, no, not at all. It's a completely different world, and especially then it was a really different world from Formula 1. And in those days, you know, it would have been great to have been in a team like Matcha, Alpine, Renault, Peugeot, but I never had the opportunity offered by any of the big teams. Every time I got an offer for the 24 hours, it was with a smaller team, and really I wasn't very sure about sharing a car with guys that I didn't know, didn't have confidence in, not in the same way that you did with people from Formula 1. I always was worried that you might get into a car that had damage, and then you're taking risks that you've got no control over.